Welcome back to 23rd Garage. Today we have an exciting new frame job. It's right here, the Ram 1500. It's for a client that he's been waiting on it for a while. He's been waiting on parts. He finally brought it to us. So let's check this thing out. It is really nice. Look at the interior. Super nice. It's the Laramie edition. I just noticed that. Look at this dashboard. That's really nice. I wish my truck was like this, honestly. Super nice truck. So the truck is damaged in the front and in the back. We'll walk around here. We have all the parts here.
I mean, it looks good on this side. What about over here?
Look at this side.
Whoa.
So we are going to be replacing this bed.
What's the reason for replacing the whole bed? I mean,
well,
I know some people would want to like...
You could skin it, but if you look right here, the inner structure, the floor is all jacked up. I mean, you can pull this out, but I don't think it's worth it because the amount of time and labor that it would cost to repair this and to put a bedside on it with parts, I think is going to balance out.
It's a really nice truck too. It'd be a shame to do that to a truck this nice.
Yeah, and the thing about it is you'll probably be spending the same amount of money, but you're going to have something that's been cut and welded and bondoed and painted. So I think it's better for him to take this bed off. Well, we're gonna take it off and put it up on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist and sell it to somebody who needs this side, because as you can see, this side is immaculate, you know? So somebody who has the same problem, but on the other side, they can buy this and not only use the skin, but they can even use the inner structure if they needed to. It's a two-tone paint job. So when we go to paint it, we're going to have to do a two-tone paint. And the front, it's swiped over just a little bit. It's got the Hemi in there though, look at that. That's pretty nice. A Laramie with a Hemi. Look at these headlights he got. I don't know why he stuck this headlight on already, but I guess
maybe he wanted to drive it around.
Yeah, well, he said he drove this truck for 2 weeks like this because he didn't have another car. If you look down here, you will see that the frame rails, both frame rails have been swiped over to the right a little bit. There's a little bit of kinkage going on, you know. They like to get kinky when you go hard on them like that. So the other side's not as bad as the left side. Hopefully everything will pull out. We might use a little heat, a little tapping here and there. But yeah, for the most part, it's a very straightforward frame job. We have all the front end parts. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to get it up onto the frame rack and Nate is going to strip the front end on it. That way I can go and do something else. I have other things I need to do. So Nate's gonna take the front end off of it. What do you think, Nate? Pull everything off except for the core support. I'm thinking get the radiators out, get all this out. This is really expensive. We need to get this off so we don't damage it. And you know, get the headlights off. Probably go ahead and take the bumper off as well. I probably will not be able to use this bumper to do any kind of pulling with. So just go ahead and take that bumper off and get everything off. Do not take off this cross beam right here.
Okay.
And make sure you get both fenders off.
We're gonna go ahead and throw the camera just on a time lapse.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be back when we're ready to pull.
Nate got the front end all pulled apart and we've got this thing strapped down to the rack. If you look underneath this thing, we've got 4 chains holding it to the right side of the vehicle. Then we have 1 chain holding it to the left side, just so it doesn't move back and forth. And then in the back, we've got 2 chains from either side holding the back so that the back doesn't kick out on us. As you can see, we put these blocks. These blocks are actually very important because if you hook these down without putting blocks under there, you will bend the frame. Especially if you have something like the chain blocks and you tighten it down real hard. And you want to tighten it down pretty hard. We had to use blocks on the entire truck because we don't have clamps to clamp trucks down. If you don't hook it down right, you can easily warp the frame. So you want to get enough chains on there, that way you really want more chains on there than you need. That way it really doesn't move. So you want to do multiple contact points and you want to try to make it to where each hook is contacting something really solid. So this is a really good point right here. Since we're not pulling it this way, this is literally just to keep the truck from bouncing back, and because that sometimes happens as well. I'm going to weld this plate on right here, and I'm going to weld it kind of at an angle like this. That way when I start pulling it straight, it theoretically should straighten out that bracket just a bit. That's pretty solid. So it is ready to pull. We've got our clamp on. We've got our bracket welded on. Ow, I just burned myself. We've got our bracket welded on real good. You see how I welded that gap? I said I'd do it, and I did it because I'm a doer. Anyways, we got it hooked up right here. We are going to make sure that this is nice and tight. And since we have a really raggedy frame, this is how we got to do it. So we are going to get the water hose and we are going to spray everything down. We're going to get the welding blanket nice and wet. We're going to get everything nice and wet. That way it takes it a little bit longer to heat up. Anything that's wet obviously is going to take a lot longer for it to melt or burn. So we'll do that and then we'll start pulling on this thing and see what happens. Gotta keep it clean, you know, you gotta keep your frame jobs nice and clean. That's why I don't like this thing.
I see you on that. I see you on that.
Man, I think we're running out of gas. One of them. Keep heating, keep heating. Okay, so straighten the rail out pretty much. It's pretty straight, I'd say. The kink did not come all the way out. I did not expect it to. That's why I said I'm going to be adding plates. It came out a good bit. Came out a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's almost flat. I mean,
yeah. So right now what we are going to do, we are going to allow it to sit for a little bit. And then once it cools down, we can let this off and pull that side. I'm also gonna have to pull this top apron over a bit. And as I pull it, I'm going to try to straighten this center cross beam. Hopefully it straightens out because he does not want to replace it. What I want to do is I want to measure the square on the rails to see how far we are off. I know that we're probably not anywhere close. These are very preliminary pulls. We haven't even started measuring yet, really. We just wanted to get an eyeball idea of that. So before I even do that, though, I think I'm going to go ahead and jerk this over a bit just to see if this will straighten out.
oh, you're talking about the apron?
Yeah. Yeah, this apron right here. I don't even know if this is going to straighten out or not. But
what are your plans on connecting the frame machine to it?
I don't even know, honestly. I honestly do not know. I was thinking maybe putting the hook right here.
Yeah?
You know?
That's a good idea.
I mean, I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm going to do it.
That's a good idea, I think.
It's about what everything starts off with. I don't think it's a good idea, but I'm going to do it. Okay, since the hook will not go in there, I wonder if I have something that will. Okay, let's see what this does. This is not a very safe, nor is it, how should I put this? Do not let this particular pull define me as a framer.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Do as I say, not as I do.
You haven't even started pulling and it's coming off, man.
I know, right? All right, excuse me, sir.
Okay.
And I may or may not have cut the handle with a grinder, but only because we have that other hammer, wherever it is. And plus I also needed a stick to beat V-tuned with when he comes over here. So it's a win-win situation. I don't know, I like it better like this. You know, you may not get as much swing with it, but you just get so much more control, you know?
Right, you're getting some tight spaces with that
Yeah,
tiny
I mean, you
hammer,
can
right?
get all up under there, you can get up in there.
Yeah, I myself was using that thing earlier, you know, doing a little bit of frame foliage.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I'm wondering who scratched it. I'm wondering who scratched it all up.
Yeah, my bad. I did mar it up a little bit.
I'm going to use this hole right here because when you use this hole, this pulls with the flat end. If you use this hole, it will pull with just this end piece and it will dig in. We don't really want it to dig in. I don't think it's gonna come off, but
I was using
like I always say, frames do crazy things.
What's up, Ben?
What's up, Ben?
What you doing?
Oh, I got something for you, boy.
Hey, whoa.
What's up, bro? I was just telling them earlier that I cut my hammer in half because this I need to use for the frame, and this I need to beat you with when you come down here.
Makes sense.
So, just
dang,
be
how does
prepared.
this truck look? Dang, this thing took a lick.
Yeah, we've got the frame rails pulled over a bit, and right now we're working on straightening this piece out.
Not gonna replace it?
Nah, he said it's really expensive, so I'm gonna try to help him out. Worst case scenario, I'll make him replace it. Hey, have we checked the square?
Not yet.
We might need to check the square to see how bad this thing's off.
Let's do that. Let's see what this square looks like.
I'm curious.
What if it's dead on?
Yeah, right. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Ain't no way.
This will run it to right here.
I mean, it was, man, how come we didn't check it before?
I don't even know.
Because it was so obvious how bad it was.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing to.
Yeah.
You really only got to check it. once.
It was painfully obvious. Yes, it's got plenty more to go. What I need to do, you know what I need to do? I need to grab this thing right here and pull it and hit and tap on it over there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's going to force it into submission. Bring it to the left. Yeah. All right, what I want to do now, man, those two hammers right there will wear you out. Whew. What I want to do is measure the square at the top. Actually remove these bolts right here because they were bent. I'm going to have him, or I'll probably order them for him, or we'll see what happens. I took them out, they were bent. I've told you guys before, I don't like using bolts that are bent because they always kick it out. You know, it's like it's like a wheel alignment, like a caster.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to, man, I'm out of breath. I gotta quit working. Yeah, you see what I did there? Oh, was I already measuring this?
I guess.
Wait, wasn't this preset before?
I don't know.
So when we were, ain't no way. Hold on. Hold on. What the heck?
What did you set that up for?
I don't know. Definitely not for failure. What the heck? There's something wrong, bro. There's no way that the square is perfect after what I just did to it. Guys, I just hold on, I'm trying to remember what I was
You might have
doing.
measured it earlier.
I think I got hit by a clamp and I just don't remember. I say we pop the hood and the fenders on it and see what it looks like. Possibly even the headlights and the grill
Bet.
and the bumper and the whole front clip, and we'll be done. Okay, so here is our brand new hood hinge. I appreciate the gentleman who just went out and bought everything I told him to buy. Very nice, very much appreciated, brand new. And here you can see the outline where the old hinge was. And even though we may have to still adjust it, what we want to do is bolt this hinge on exactly in that same spot, because 9 times out of 10, that's where it needs to be. So if you put it right there, chances are you won't even have to adjust this hinge again. As you can see, it is a domestic vehicle, so it's highly adjustable. Needs to be. The precision is just not there.
Someone's probably in the comments talking about how we didn't paint him, but
the
thing is, look, we're gonna set him up on the hood and then bolt him down to the hood, and when we trim in the hood, we're gonna trim in the bolts and the hinges
See,
and everything.
I like the way the man's thinking. The man's thinking like an absolute professional. Look at that. So they are in their correct spot. Well, where they were. We don't know if that's where they're going to be in the end. All right, grab it. Got it? Yeah. It just tight where it isn't. Dang, this guy bought a Kappa certified. You know what? Mad respect to the man. Mad respect to the man.
His old buffer was Kappa too.
Oh! So as you guys saw in the epic unboxing, I was so happy that this was a Kappa fender. I was like, mad respect to my guy, right? And then I was like looking at all the little, what is this, soundproofing or sound deadening. I was pretty impressed that he actually got Kappa parts, only for him to yoink it by loading everything into his truck and then putting everything on top of it. The hood was literally on top of this fender. So, I don't know.
I think it'll straighten out. Though.
I mean, obviously it's gonna straighten out, but that kink right there, that kink's just not gonna come out.
I thought that was a body line at first.
It's gotta be now. I might need to try to like put it on and then straighten it.
Yeah, put the top part on first.
Dude, hey, as not funny as this is,
It's pretty funny.
it's pretty dadgum funny. Like he's gonna have to replace this fender.
Yeah, I think so.
There's just no way that I am going to abide by this fender right here.
It ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad. Only Muhammad Wakas will get that reference. That's just a body line, guys. Be quiet. Dang, look at that gap. Before we close the hood, I'm going to do one more thing. Nate, screwdriver. Guys, you always want to test the hood latch. Even though we don't have a grill on this thing yet, you still want to test it. Because sometimes you close it and it doesn't open. So we got the truck all put together. We got the headlights on there. We're still missing the brackets that go behind the headlights. I guess he didn't know that he needed those, but I'm making a list of everything that he needs to buy. Like this thing that's behind this, it's a little bit damaged. That's why this is kind of sitting weird. But I want to measure the rails real quick and make sure that they are right. What do we got right there? 23 1/4. And then on this side, we've got, what is that? 23 1/4. Looks like we're dead on it. So it looks really good. Let's see if the hood is centered out. Yep. That was weird. I don't know why I didn't want to shut at first, but all the gaps look good. Some of the some of the fenders are damaged. Well, that one, both of them are damaged. I don't know why I said some of the fenders, but this side I think is good. Look at that gap, man. That is so nice and clean. It looks absolutely beautiful. Everything looks really good on this side.
Nice.
Yeah, we still have to tighten these bolts down, but you know it's pretty good when the bottom bolts aren't even tight, you know? We're not forcing anything into place. We've got everything just kind of sitting on there. You can see this right here is moving around. It looks really good, guys. On this side, we got a bit of an issue. As you guys know, the fender was wadded up a bit, but I don't know. We'll ask him. We'll ask him what happened. We'll see. Maybe he can send it back. But my suspicions are, boy, about poked himself in the head. My suspicions are is that he did this. I'm not throwing the blame game or whatever, but I think it was him. I think he threw that hood on it and bent it. But look at that, the gaps are lined up pretty nice. Somebody did bend both corners of the hood. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. Tomorrow what we are going to do, we are going to strip all these parts off and get them trimmed out, get them ready to put back on. And while those are drying, we are going to go ahead and weld the plates in on the frame rails. We have to reinforce these frame rails because if we don't, they're just going to bend again at the slightest impact. So once we get all that welded up real nice, what do you think? Maybe some sleeves, bend some sleeves, make them kind of look similar, and just put some nice beefy metal on there, weld it up super nice. And look at that, I'm so happy with how that came out. Guys, remember how bad that was? That was horrible. I saved him like, I don't know, he told me this and this together was like 600 bucks. So I just saved the guy at least 600 bucks. I'm sure we could have got it cheaper, but it is what it is. So what do you think? Maybe put the grill on?
Yeah, let's test with that grill real quick.
All right, let me pop this hood. Wait, this doesn't look right.
What do you mean?
This looks like my grill.
In your comments?
Yeah.
Yo,
Okay.
maybe it'll fit upside down, eh?
Yeah.
Yo.
Guys, I present to you the Dakota Cummins 1500. Look at that, beautiful.
Beautiful, sir. Beautiful.
Hey, maybe he'll let me get this grill for cheap. This thing would look pretty cool on my truck.
Yeah, I would.
Nah, you know I don't do chrome, bruh.
Black it out, man.
Nah, I ain't gonna be doing that.
That's too
You know how much?
soft for
You know how
your
much
truck,
that
man.
grill probably costs?
At least 500 bucks.
Yeah, that grill is actually very expensive. I mean, I guess he just made a mistake. No, he thought he was slick. He thought he was gonna put him a Cummins grill on there.
Yeah.
Nice try, bro. Nice try. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Also, check us out on Instagram for little behind the scenes and sneak previews. We're 23rd_garage on Instagram. Check us out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.